Hello and welcome to this video. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about a eyeshadow palette. This is a new eyeshadow palette that has recently just come out. Trying to stay on top of my stuff here, so I'm not reviewing things that are like 10 years old. So I'm very proud of myself for getting this palette and doing a review right away. Because sometimes it just sits on my desk and then I forget about it, and then weeks pass and I'm like, oh, it's not new anymore. Don't really want to do a review on it and it looks dirty because I've been using it. But this time I got this. So in this video I'm going to be reviewing the new NARS palette, the new Narcissist palette called Wanted. I have never tried any of NARS's eyeshadows. I do own several NARS cheek products as well as lip products. I did create the look on my eyes today with this eyeshadow palette, so if you want to see how I did that, I do have a little mini tutorial embedded within this review video. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts on this palette right here, then keep on watching. So for starters, let's just talk about what this actual palette is. So this is NARS's, I'm reading this off of Sephora's website. This is the Narcissist Wanted eyeshadow palette. I believe this is a limited edition Sephora exclusive for the holidays. It retails for $59 at Sephora. And Sephora describes this as a lust-worthy limited edition palette of 12 high-impact shadows with a new pure pigment formula for endless eye looks. So pretty much it's just an eyeshadow palette, a limited edition eyeshadow palette. So let me start off by talking about why I purchased this palette in the first place. So I actually first saw this palette being revealed on Instagram. I'm not sure if it was actually being revealed, but it was being shown on Instagram. It was either a story or an actual Instagram post. And in the video itself, this palette looked so gorgeous, mainly because I'm somebody who's extremely attracted to shiny things. Like, I don't know, what is it, that animal that's extremely attracted to like shiny things, but that's pretty much me. So whenever I see things that are shimmery and shiny, I can't help but want to get it and be like, ooh, about it. So that's what happened with this palette. It actually, on camera, just looked super glittery and shiny and metallic and just all together just really, really pretty. So I decided to finally just pick it up and test it out. Now let's go on to the actual palette itself. I think the packaging is quite interesting. Obviously all their eyeshadow palettes I think are packaged in this way. Don't quote me on that because I don't own any of the other eyeshadow palettes, but from what I've seen, they all pretty much look like this. So I think this is actually a really cool cover because it is like a pixelated eyeshadow look right here. And I think that kind of plays off the name of this palette, which is Wanted. To me, I'm kind of interpreting it as like, oh, this is a wanted person or a wanted look, you know, like a criminal type of thing. So like this image is blown up and pixelated, like, oh, let's find this person or let's find this look. So I thought that was kind of cute. I don't know if that's actually what it was going for, but that's just my interpretation of this. So when you open it up, you get this plastic piece in here that says, "Are you a narcissist?" I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I'll see it on my face better. Are you a narcissist? But here are the colors in this palette. You get 4 times 3, so 12 shadows in here. All the names of the shadows are on the back over here, so if you are looking for it, I'm pretty sure it's pretty standard like that for their face palettes as well. All the names are on the back. So the closure of this palette is like a clasp. You click it into place. It's not magnetic or anything like that, which is usually something that I prefer in packaging because I feel like magnetic things tends to open a lot easier. So especially if you travel a lot and want to carry this around when you're traveling, you won't have to worry about it opening as easily as magnetic clasps. But it comes with a really great size mirror, which is the entire size of that lid right there. There is a close-up of all of the colors. I think my lights right now are washing it out a little bit in like a yellow wash, but I think they definitely do look a lot prettier in person than they do like on camera, even through video. And video is definitely a lot better than what they look like in pictures, and in person it definitely looks a lot better than it does in the video. So far I think the packaging is pretty standard. It's nice, it's a good weight, it's sleek. I think it's pretty efficient for 12 shadows. This is what I kind of want all my eyeshadows to be packaged in. It's just very simple, very efficient, and just very easy to bring around. So I definitely do think this is a great packaging. So let's move on to the shadows itself, and let's go ahead and just do some swatches on my arm. So here are all these swatches on my arm. Going from left to right, we have Biarritz, Satisfaction, Delirium, Temptress, and that's the first row. Next row we have Seven Heaven, Shadow Hill, Mendoza, Wicked Game. And last row is Shooting Star, Lala, Fallen Star, and Coconut Grove. So let's go into a mini tutorial of how I use these shadows on my eyes. Like, definitely looking at this palette first, this color right here stood out to me the most. It is the color that I wanted to dig my fingers into first, and this is like one of those like very glittery kind of crumbly colors. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's literally super glittery and metallic, but at the same time it just feels really smooth. Like, it doesn't feel chunky at all, and like this literally just turns into glitter. So you know how some shadows, if you try to wipe it off on a tissue, you can wipe it off. This one, if you try to wipe it off, it just leaves like a whole trail of glitter like everywhere. Like, this is just an extremely glittery color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I was also really into these two colors right here. I was kind of wondering what the difference between them would be, because this one is definitely kind of like a shimmery color. But at the same time, this one had a sheen to it as well. This is definitely one of those like subtle pearlescent sheen type of shadow. Of course, there's two more glittery colors over here. And one of the really cool things about this one right here is actually, if you look at it straight on, it is pink. It is a pink glitter. But when you look at it from the side, I don't know if this will show on camera. It's kind of showing like this, but I don't know if you can tell, but it's gold. When I look at it from the side right here at this angle, looking at that shadow, it's completely gold. It's not even pink anymore. It's just straight out gold. So this is just a really interesting color. It's like a metallic glitter color, which is a little bit chunky. I kind of expect that because there tends to be a little fallout from that. But there's a color. As you can see on my finger, it looks completely gold. But this is definitely a pink shadow, pink and gold kind of shifty shadow, duochrome type of shadow right there. Super smooth, and it just shifts. It's such a beautiful color, and I think it's just so suitable for the holidays and like New Year's. It's a beautiful color, and I'm sitting here thinking, damn, why didn't I use that on my eyes today? I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think about the actual palette together as a whole and its composition of colors altogether. So personally, I actually think that this palette has been composed really quite nicely. There is a range of a bunch of different stuff. You have three really light colors on the top right here. You have one that's a matte, one that is a sheen, and one that is a shimmer. So you have it all as like typical highlighters. You have your matte if you want to use that on your brow bone. You have your sheen that you can use in your inner corners, your shimmer that you can use in your inner corners or on top in the center of the lid. You have two really great type of transition or darkening in colors depending on your skin tone. If you're a lighter skin tone, this could be a great transition color. If you're a little bit darker, this one could also be a really great transition color. If you're a little lighter in skin tone, this also makes a great contouring color as well, or just to deepen in the crease as well as underneath your eyes on your lash line. Then you have, I think, three really great deeper, darker colors, and that is these three right here. This one obviously is your darkest brown that can deepen in your outer corners as well as your lash line. And you can use this as a great liner as well if you want to use an eyeshadow as a liner. And then I really like these two for just deepening in the crease, just to create something that has a little bit more depth. Although of course I usually tend to prefer mattes over shimmers for darkening in the outer corners. I think this color itself also makes a really pretty all over lid color. It's just such a beautiful coppery bronze brown color that you can definitely just wear this all over the lid and you don't even need anything else. And then you have your beautiful metallics right here that are just absolutely gorgeous. Personally, they are just my favorites because I love glittery and shiny things. Overall, I think that this composition is pretty great. You can do a lot of different things with it. You can do a lot of different looks with it. There's a good range of colors from dark to light and a good range of finishes as well. So that was my review on the new NARS Narcissist Wanted palette. I hope you enjoyed this and found this informative. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comments below. If you want to see more videos in the future, then definitely subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you for sticking around and watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.